you know, they capitalize on what you're telling them. And they don't, like, they're not supportive of you. Okay? I don't know how many times we got to go over this, y'all. I got a headache. Because in the dream, it was so, I wanted to get out of the dream because it was a lot of cheating going on. It was like this man was telling his people that he's interested in this lady. And the not knowing that his people, like I'm talking about his friends, were going behind his back, sleeping with the woman, you know, and then all kikiing all up in his face. And then it was like, stop telling your business, you guys. It was like so many sections in the dream were uncomfortable because people was telling people their business, and they was basically going behind their back, backstabbing them. Like, oh, I want that, and they'll go and try to get it. Oh, I'm trying to pursue that, and they'll go and try to pursue it. Or they'll try to sabotage them to where they can't get it. Stop telling people your business. Ma'am, sir. They are going behind your back, and they're sabotaging you, and they're trying to get what you got. I don't know how many times I got to be saying that. If you are interested in a people, a person, place, or a thing, do not go and share it. Do not. Don't tell people what you're trying to do. They'll see it. They will see it. You divine ones, that should be your one-on-one lesson, is be quiet. I don't care what you're trying to do. Do not go and tell your people, your circle, your family, people that you think that's close to you, that you know you can trust. When you're a divine one, everybody trying to stop you from doing whatever. It could be the littlest thing. They don't want to see you doing it. They don't want to see you having it. This is a proven fact. This is not me being petty. This is not me being just talking at the side of my neck. Ma'am, sir, this is a proven fact from divine chosen ones from the beginning of days. They did not want you having nothing. And if you did tell them, you know what they did to you. If you told them anything you're trying to do, you know what they're going to do to you. They're going to conspire against you, and they're going to make sure that thing don't happen. Yes, you got monitoring spirits everywhere. And you so happy that, oh, I did it, and then it is, and then it is, and then it's like, man, do you not know that stuff, all that stuff is being jeopardized? I don't even care if you feel like these folks gonna help you. Go to God first. Because these folks are not, I'm telling you, it's like their spirit changes. When you're a divine one, it's like their spirit, it changes for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all could be cool, but once you start saying stuff about what you're trying to do and what you want and all this stuff, it changes them. It changes them to want to now be your villain. Like, want to stop you. Like, oh, I got to stop this person. Out of nowhere. Y'all be cool. And all of a sudden, you got a whole enemy. I'm telling you. And then it's like you're jeopardizing another one. Because if you're another divine one, right? And then you talking about another divine one to a person, you're putting them in jeopardy. Because they coming for them. You can't talk. I wouldn't tell people your business, because you will have a whole team of villains coming after you. Everything be cool. If they don't know nothing that you doing, is cool. But right when they start realizing that you doing something, here goes Frazier. They ready to knock you off. And I'm telling you, their spirit will be so good, you know, for you until you start making moves, till you start doing stuff, till you start saying stuff. They ready to take you down. It could be the slightest thing. It'd be like, oh man, I think that man is handsome. I think that woman is nice. And don't be another divine one. All of a sudden, it's not gonna be like hell just for you. It's gonna be hell for that person. Like that divine one. You're sending hell their way just by you speaking their name. Just by you saying their name, you're bringing them, you know, battles. I hope this is making sense. Because some of you guys wondering why I'm going through all these battles. Because somebody said, you know, spoke highly of you. You know what I'm saying? Just by somebody saying something kind to you, it will bring a whole, whole sabotage crew that's trying to take you out. You don't even know why. You like, what is all these enemies coming from? Folks talking about you, and it could be good things. But since they's talking about you, it's still bringing on, battles, envy, jealousy, hate. That's why he's like, don't say nothing. Don't bring people's name up. Don't talk about your business. Don't bring other divine ones in it, because it can bring a war. Yeah. That's why the Most High say, man, you got to move with wisdom. You got to move like, with intelligence if you're a divine one, because you're forever being watched. They're forever listening to you, and they jot notes. They studying you. So the less you put out there, and the less you talk, the better it will be for you. That's why we love privacy, our privacy. Everything ain't got to be seen. People ain't got to know everything. You know what I'm saying? Move like you dang near the president. In this B. Yeah. Move like, man, having people like wondering. Yeah, you gonna keep wondering. I'm not saying nothing. Nothing that's really not your business in the first place. Cause I know you checking. You coming in, checking. It's not your business, but this is their job. Their job is to go to try to find all this about you, so they could try to sabotage. But these people, what was the people that was cool with you before? They was cool. But then I don't know, it's just like the spirit. I don't know what we do to people and change them into villains. We come in there genuine, kind, supportive, like lovable, caring, laid back. And it just like, when it comes down to them, I don't know what changes them. I don't know, because everything was cool. That's something that the Most High had to explain to me, because we were cool, and all of a sudden you start chopping it up. Which it's like kind of like that Joseph thing. How Joseph brothers, they was all cool playing in the yard, playing with the animals, and all of a sudden Joseph started talking about things that he might be doing. He's a child. Who knows? You don't know. He just said what might happen. And they was like, oh. And they just turned on him and threw him in the pit. Out of nowhere. He was like, dang, just by me saying something got me thrown in the pit? Yes. You divine ones. You cannot be up around here chapping. You know how many villains and enemies and op folks that you gonna accumulate? I wouldn't do that if I was y'all. But it's definitely like a spirit that's in them. But it's like they already can sense you may become that. Like it's something that they already know that you're going to do. And it seems like if they feel like you mocking them or something. Like it's like some type of insecurity that they have when you be talking. And that's why I say, you gotta just be quiet. I understand it's like, why can I not vent? Why can I not express myself to people? But you can't. You cannot. You might want to go and have a parlay. Like if you anxious, you might want to just go into some, area where just you talking out loud to the Most High or something. And the music playing. So people, people in the background ain't listening. Because that could be the case too. You could be talking to yourself. All of a sudden you see people. Like, what do you listen? What you, mind your business. I can't even talk to myself without people got an ear to ear. They be man, it says I used to use yeah. Yep. I don't say too much anymore, and I'm practicing on not saying anything at all as far as my business, because it can really stir up a lot of demons, like the envy that they have for us, it's on a whole nother level in what we would never imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about close or near. You can't speak to these folks about nothing. They really, if you say anything the next day, your whole life would be like, whoa, who really praying on my downfall? I know I talked to like 5 people, and I know they was probably, they probably was the ones. Because I opened up my mouth. And that's something that we got to stop doing. Stop opening up your mouth. That people don't have to know what you like, what you got going on, or what you're trying to do. People don't need to know that. This is what brings hell. This is what brings you all the drama and all these wars and battles with all these people, because you unsaid something. You ruffled up their feathers because they don't want you doing, in their eyes, they don't want to see you doing nothing. Just put it at that. They don't want to see you doing nothing. So why are you around here explaining to folks about A to Z? I'm talking about the whole blueprint. It's like, what are you doing? Then you putting people on the phone with people. Like you like, hold on, let me do 3-way. And you trying to explain to them how happy you is with this person, place, or thing. Stop. You know what they about to do. They about to try to destroy everything. Yes. They're gonna try to destroy everything. All of a sudden you're gonna be like, what's going on, this going on, this going on, that. It's gonna get out of hand, because they're gonna try to make sure you stay in the pen. They're gonna make sure they drop you off in the pen to where, in that little pen pit, to where you can't get out. It's going to be so much stuff that they're going to be trying to throw at you, to the point where you're going to be focused on trying to get out, to where you're going to lose hope of what you were trying to do from the beginning. Because you were told a demon what you had got going on. Stop telling demons. It seems like with divine ones, it's like if they're not like you, they are a demon to you. If you don't find one that's just like you, another divine one, another one that's just like you, they are a demon to you. Do not go off of looks. Do not go off of how the person speak or what background they came from. If they're not like you, they're a demon to you. Listen, no, they're going to be your op. They're going to be your worst nightmare. I promise you. I promise you that they're going to be coming for you. Like Saul did David. You're going to be like, dang, it's been 5 years. You ain't found nothing safe to do. You're my business. Until I destroy you, you're my business. I'm telling you. Don't say none of these folks. They ain't your kind. Remember, it's already been a split already happening. So if you're going around here and you around and you don't see nobody like you, you around your op. Period. You looking around, you like, dang, ain't nobody really like me. You surrounded by your opposition. You looking around, and they looking at you, you looking at them, and there's no, these folks are not chosen, not from the divine. The Most High do not know these people, not kin to these people. You know what you're around. You know what you got to do. Don't be up here talking, pillow talking to them. They like, yeah, what? Really? Take it down, just, man, and then you know that it never leave their head. Once they know something about you, they never forget it. Whatever you told them, they never forget what you told them. It will always be in their head until they know that they destroyed that thing that you told them, or what you were trying to do. And yet, if it be connected to you getting away, are you connected to you trying to get away from them? Oh, it's done. You're like, oh, I'm about to move in like, so-and-so, or I'm about to go do this. Oh, you already know how they coming for your head. Mom, sir. Yeah, they coming. Because you really was supposed to be still there while they can like, siphon you, while they can like, when you got like rich energy. So every time they're around you, it's like they're going to come up with some type of abundance. It's not going to be hard for them to get a job. It's not going to be hard for them to get houses and cars and, things when you're around. Yes, you're like a big plug. You are. Why you think it's so easy in all your life before, this program that they put you in? It was easy. It was like you go into a building. If you wanted that job, you're going to get that job. If you thought that, okay, I'm about to go down here and I'm about to, gather some food from my, from my refrigerator. All of a sudden you come back with a bunch of food that don't even fit in your refrigerator. You got to figure out, what am I going to do with the rest of the food that don't fit? You go to the shopping store, you already know what it is. You already know what it is. So it's like, this is your life though, your whole life. You thought it was like mediocre, but it's like, no, it was easy for you. Like everything that you put in your head and you said that if you go down there, that was going to happen. Like, that's you. Because it's your energy that's like making people feel like, yeah, you can, yeah. All you hear, yeah. You never heard a no. Until they start, coming for you. Till they start setting up all these fake people to try to harass you and try to, sabotage you. But you weren't going through that. You had a nice, clean life. Everything you put in your head is still to the day. You say you're going to do this, it happens. It's strong. Your energy is rich. Very, very rich. You say anything, I bet you it's going to happen. Ask me how I know. I don't even understand how this stuff even come to me. Like, it'd be like you say it and then it'd be like right there. Like when you say it, it'd be like right there. You'd be like, oh, I've been waiting on this. Yeah, I've been wanting to get this. And it's like, how did it get here? Like, how did it get in my eyes? Like my eyesight for me to get it. It's weird. And that's why you get hated on. Like people be like, no, I need some of that. I'm about to connect to her. I'm about to connect to him. And then it's like you talking about you leaving. Oh, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm so happy that you are here. It's no coincidence. It is no coincidence. You here because you need to know some stuff. According to how people be moving, according to divine ones. This is some information that you needed to know all your life. You probably been trying to figure out. It's like, man, I'm telling you, if you ain't around your kind of same divine one like you, you're around your op. And you know how you have to move around your op. Certain things you cannot say. And you can't even really be around them that much. You have to move around them. That's what I'm saying. You can't even like sit. You got to move around. Even if you're around them, you still got to move around. Because you can't trust them. Remember, they your op. They looking for an opportunity to sabotage you, to backstab you, to try to, put you in the pit. You women out here, you got to pray over yourself because folks, you divine ones, y'all look young and you guys got like a internal beauty to you guys. So folks, it's so much that they come after. According to you. And it's so much that you have to protect yourself. And I would say, leave these folks alone. If they're not a divine one like you, you just know how your life gonna be. You're gonna constantly battle. And that stuff gets draining. People don't have time to keep going around here trying to battle somebody that's secretly trying to sabotage them. And if you're a divine one, when you're around these particular people that's not like yourself, this is what's going to happen. This is what your life is going to be. It don't matter if it's your father, your mother, your sister, your brother, dang their neighborhood, wherever you at. If you have not, found and linked up with your tribe of people, you're going to constantly go through these routines. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, it's draining. It's draining. Once you, reach a certain level, within your awakening, stuff gets draining. Stuff gets old. At first it was kind of like, okay, this is kind of interesting. Okay, let me learn this with this person. Let me learn this with these people and all this. But like once you awaken to actually what would it be like if I continue this cycle with this people, it's not going to be good for me. I'm going to really have a miserable life because life is more than, your oppositions, being around your oppositions, and it's like, why would you even want that for yourself? I understand you got to kind of like, pick up the pieces of what you gonna do next and how you gonna move and how you doing this, how you do that. You guys are divine one. You guys will figure it out. You guys will figure something out, and the Most High will lead you to something that will help you. You know, but you guys got to get away from y'all op folks, and you guys got to stop telling y'all business. Stop telling your business. Please stop telling your business to these people. These people, they don't mean you well. I know that they can act like it. Like they can act like, yeah, you know, you like my brother. Yeah, you like my sister. And we was raised together. No, they've been doing stuff behind your back. If you're a divine one and you just know, that is really just the whole, you know, cycle of the divine ones. You know, like, that's why we go through so much, because it's like we're not getting it. We're not coming to the knowledge of the truth of what it is. If you ain't reciprocated with nobody that's of your circle, understand what they're gonna do to you. It's going to happen. Okay? They're gonna backstab you according to what you tell them. You know, they're gonna sabotage you behind your back. Yeah, it's going to, you know, and I really don't even like telling divine ones that, because you be having hope in so many people, and you heard what the Bible talks about hope, having hope in something. It can make you sick, especially when it's not true. Yeah, they want to get close to you because they understand the abundance that come to you. Like, and you're like a package deal. So, you know, you come with abundance. Oh, you're gonna get upgrades. I mean, instantly. As they talking what they want in your energy, oh, they get it. It's coming to them. Oh, I always wanted that. It's coming to them. And they in your energy, it's coming. And they don't know how it's going to come, just like you don't. The stuff that you be saying, and that you be in a situation, you be like, man, if I just had the means or trying to figure out how I do that, it happens. You just get it. You don't know how it happens. You don't know how it worked out, but it just happens for you. You don't even know how. You be like, hold up, is something going on? Like, is this some type of, I don't know. Because how did that happen? I was talking about it, didn't even know how, and it just so happens to happen. This is our life. And everybody know about us. So you know that they want to get close to you. Hello. Yep. But it's like, if they using your energy all the time, that can weaken you. You feel like you waking up, you getting headaches, you know, you feeling drained, like you ran a whole marathon. It's like, why I feel like I ran a whole marathon? You know, why I feel like I'm like really like internally, I feel drained, because folks is using your energy. Folks is in your energy using it. I promise you. They up there just having a ball with your stuff. I'm not even playing. Like, it could get you mad hearing this. It could get you really upset hearing this. You know, and I'm here to tell you that they did you dirty. They did you just dirty as dirty can be. And they using your energy to benefit off of. How sick is that? You got the audacity to come next to me, use my stuff, and then treat you like dirt as if they're not coming up on your behalf. Right when you separate, we'll see. We will see. Right when you separate, all hell break loose. They calling you, hey, where you at? Hey. They calling you like never stop. You got voice messages, you got text messages. Man, you turn off your phone, you turn it back on. It's all these people that you separated from. Why is that? These folks know it ain't the same. It ain't the same. And that's not what you here for. Like I say, you know, we ain't here to be stingy with our energy. That's not the case. But you need to understand who should receive it and when you should take it away. You just boundaries. You know, there's real strict boundaries here, because folks, I don't know what they thinking. Like, this is a candy store? This ain't no candy store, ma'am, sir. This is not, you just pick whatever you want and you go about your business. Stuff could affect you. The stuff people do in your energy could affect you. And it's crazy because folks don't even care. They don't care. They don't care what happened to you or what all this stuff that goes on with you according to how they deal with you. That's why the Most High be like, man, separate yourself. The Most High be like, man, get away from there. Stop telling people this. Stop telling people that. And it's kind of like, if you don't know like the instructions as being a divine one, you really gonna have one of them lives, like one of the miserable lives. If you don't follow the rule book about who you is, man, you gonna get messed up. You gonna get taken advantage. People gonna basically see you as a rag. You know, that they sharing the other. Here you go, he sharing the rag to other people. Why they just do you dirty? Yes, it's important. It's so important. Like, that's one of the biggest things that I just pray that divine ones, they start getting attentive to, because you got to understand who you are. That's the end. That's like one of the biggest awakenings. Like, okay, I know who I am. I understand who I am, and I got to follow these guidelines according to who I am. Because if you don't, you know the intentions and the motives of people. And they don't care at the end of the day. They don't care how it will affect you, how you will feel, you know, what goes on according to you. They don't care. So you got to care. You know, and you got to, you know, no apologetic about it. Because you know what the intentions and the motives they coming in for. It's sick. But with knowledge and wisdom, you know, you good. When you got all this wisdom and knowledge, why you think, which I can't even use him as an example because he ain't even take heed to the, you know, to the knowledge that was given to him. I was going to talk about Solomon. But the thing was, when he asked for wisdom and knowledge, he didn't utilize it to the extent that he's supposed to utilize it. He let them women overtake him like that. All them, you know, them concubine women overtake him. You know, he was done. He didn't even utilize the wisdom that the Most High was telling him. That these women is siphoning your energy. These women is in your energy and playing with you. You know, you losing it. You going crazy. It was too late. Got overtook him. But like I say, knowledge is power. I don't care what nobody say. When you got knowledge, can't nobody mess with you. Can't nobody even get on your level, because you already see them for who they is. You know, and you know you. You know you. You know. So, ooh-wee, you guys. You said you was doing what? Said I was just power. You know, being Christ greater. Your light shining. I love how you see. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I was trying to get out of the sun, but the sun keep finding me. Y'all see it. I was trying to get up out. I had turned my whole vehicle a whole nother way, and the sun still found me. I was like, I just cannot. Man, I cannot get away from this dang sun. I got my whole blinders, you know, because the sun's coming here. I got my whole blinders, and the sun's still like, girl, please. It's still, it is what it is. We're gonna sit on your face. It don't matter. It don't even matter. We gonna be here. We're connected. We're one. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna let you do what you do, son. It ain't a big deal to me. You know, and that's more energy that I need probably. You know, because like I say, the Most High will use you around your oppositions. That's why he got you there. Yeah, it always, whatever the son picked of where he want to sit, I let it. I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna Just do what you do. I don't care. But yeah, you guys, we gotta smarten up. You know, we gotta take that. We come with a rule book. You know what I'm saying? Like, we one of them items that it's like when you ship it off, you're like, hold on, let me see the instructions. Like, you gotta read the instructions, because it could get out of hand. Like, we could really get affected if we let people just do whatever that they want to do with us. Man, we would get affected real bad. Like, it would be some stuff that happens to us to where it's gonna take time for us to come back. You know, to come back, like to build ourselves back up again. You don't want to go through that when you could have just made the right decision. You know what I'm saying? So this is, like I said, y'all, I had a whole nother message for you guys, but the Most High said, no, talk about this to my divine ones, because it just, they don't know the instructions that come with you. You don't know it. You don't know that you come with a whole rule book that people gotta follow. And if they don't, you gotta basically separate from them. You know, and you gotta examine them of what motives and intentions they're coming with. You know, like, what are you really here for? Yeah, they will come in your energy and play with that thing. I'm telling you. They will come in there and literally violate. I'm talking about in the worst way, y'all. People is crazy. Whatever they can get energy from you, that's what they're gonna do. And they can do that in the spirit without having to do with you. They can do that. They could do that. They could be literally in the spirit doing stuff to you in your energy, if you're not awakened to that. And it's crazy. They'll sit there and they know what they're doing, just disrespectful. They know exactly what they're doing in your energy, and they do it anyway. They know, they don't care if that's going to drain you, if that's going to affect you, or if anything's going to happen according to you. Don't care. As long as they up, as long as they going up, they could care less. And this could be a woman or a male doing that to you. You all of a sudden, you wake up with a headache, or you wake up, you know, your nose is, you know, it's like can't breathe, like you're sniffling, or something like, you know, somebody been playing your energy. You know it. Like, dang, somebody been playing in my energy. And you got these monitoring dirty witches. Be all up trying to figure out how they gonna get in your energy, trying to plot. How about the dirty, nasty witches? The ones that actually like look like that in those movies. Those witches. The ones that you will run for your life. Those witches. Maybe trying to get in your energy. Nasty. No, they shouldn't even be touching you. Nowhere near around you. These nasty warlocks. The ones that they know they shouldn't be nowhere near you. They sitting there just watching like a monitoring spirit, like a fly on the wall, trying to figure out how they gonna get in your energy. And they know if they get in, you already know that your energy, you gonna have to cleanse that. Cause they're parasites. They spreading stuff. They come with nasty infections, infections and stuff. You don't want them nowhere near your energy. When I tell you guys how nasty these creatures are, you will really be like, you'll have boundaries to a 10. And sometimes it gets so annoying how you got to protect your energy. It gets so overbearing. It's like, man, because you could feel it. You could feel somebody literally trying their best to get in your energy. It's like, dang, do these witches understand? It'd be so irritating at some point. You'd be like, dang, why don't they comprehend? Like, is that hard? All day, I gotta get in. They just nasty and disturbing. I'm telling y'all. That's why y'all gotta have that, your frequency and your prayers together, so y'all can just debunk this nasty parasite back to wherever it came from, whatever hole it climbed out of. They just be on your head trying to get in. Ugh. It's disgusting, y'all. It's disgusting. But y'all got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, wisdom is power. You know what we up against down here? I would think that you would, you know, protect yourself in a high domain, because that's where you're at and that's who you are. You come with a lot. Okay, I can't say that enough. You come with so much. And yeah, definitely, they definitely gonna overstep their boundaries. And then they just gonna go wild in your energy because they can't believe they got in. They're gonna be like, oh, I'm about to just take off. Like, they're gonna go crazy in your energy because first of all, the fact that they got in, they gonna go, man, they gonna go crazy with your energy. Yeah. Yeah. And there's symptoms to even know when they, you know, when they're in your energy. You know, you will start feeling all type. You're not even feeling like yourself. You know, it's like it's like a battle within because somebody's in your energy. So you literally have to like fight that person up out of your energy. You'll start feeling like it's like some type of battle within. You know, you'd be like, man, I gotta fight this person out of my energy. Like, they really like trying to hang on for dear life. This ain't even you. Like, get up out my energy. Nasty, dirty creature. Yeah, they want, exactly. They want to, if they can't be you, they want to be connected to you so bad. If they can't be you, they want to be connected to you. You know, just understand that. They know, some of them, they know that you ain't gonna never ever give them a chance. So they gonna try to evade in your energy some way. They gonna keep trying. They gonna keep trying. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You gotta stay connected to the Most High. You gotta, you know, you gotta like constantly, like, just put on your mind that, hey, you gotta constantly pray. I'm talking about, like, that should be like, I'm talking about your daily routine that you watch, you wake up, you brush your teeth, you know what I'm saying, you washing your face and you put on, you know, clothes and stuff. That should be entwined with that praying, because you already know you got like these creatures trying to invade in your energy. I'm sorry. It's crazy. Like, if we could see this on a like physical level, you would be like, wow, this is crazy. Like, yo, I can, especially if you got them all up in your neighborhood, if they know you from afar, from near, you know what I'm saying, and then they benefited from you as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, they understand, you know, what your energy can do. I think we the only one that don't. All right. You have a nice one. You know, you gotta learn. I feel like a lot of divine ones gotta learn about themselves. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the learning of oneself is, you know, will open up like a whole nother awakening to, oh, that's why these witches is coming. That's why these folks is trying to get close. You know, that's why this is going on, that going on, according to me. I feel like, yeah, I feel like literally you will get the memo. You will be like, oh, okay, yeah, I definitely see what she's talking about. Like, I definitely come with instructions. I definitely come with boundaries. I definitely come with this thin line that folks can't cross. Yeah. Yeah, like the Most High definitely took over in this message, you know, but he definitely wanted you guys to understand, because he could see, you know, he could see us like at one time. He could see his whole collective at one time. He's seeing that what's going on according to these witches that are evading his people. So he like, man, let me put my people on game with who you are and what must you do. You know, what must you continue to protect. Continue to protect your energy. Continue to, examine folks that surround you that are doing this. Because like I said before, and I'm going to end it, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to overwhelm you guys with more and more information, because the Most High wanted you to get, it's kind of weird today, but he wanted you to get what I've been saying. He really don't want this to continue going further, but he just wants you to say, look, he's saying, that's crazy, but he wants you to know that constantly, constantly keep praying and cleansing your energy, and cleansing your energy, cleansing the people around you, because I'm telling you, they're getting worse. These witches are getting worse. The obsession is getting worse. The plotting is getting worse. And you keep getting brighter. Like the Most High, he's constantly like lighting your flame. You're constantly getting lighter. He's cleansing you out to where you're going to start, your energy is going to start even being more potent. And they're going to constantly keep, I'm telling you, that's why they're getting worse right now. They plotting on you. I'm talking about where they don't get no sleep. It's just you on their mind 24/7. Trying to figure out how I'm going to get close to that. How I'm going to get connected to that. It's on the high. And like I say, I seen a couple brothers and sisters out here, and I feel like their situation even got worse. And the reason why is because witches are getting more obsessed, more desperate. As the planet is getting elevated, we getting elevated, and these witches, they getting more obsessed, and these parasites are getting more desperate. It's about to start getting crazy, y'all. That's why I'm on here, and I'm trying to tell you guys, stay prayed up, cleanse your surroundings, eliminate the people that that's a witch, that's a warlock. Come on now, if you know that, separate from them. Don't talk to them. Don't have nothing to do with them. Don't be telling people your business. What else, Spirit? I think we covered everything according to this message, y'all. This message is like just straight to the point. The Most High literally wants you to follow these instructions. When he gave our forefather, not Samson. Was it Samson? Yeah, it was Samson. When Samson had went to that neighborhood, and he told Samson, he said, man, I'm gonna give you these instructions, okay? And I'm gonna need you to follow these instructions when you get here. Remember this. And he did. Delilah came, right? And you knew that was a monitory witch spirit. He knew that. I felt in my heart, I believe, when I was reading that story, I believe he knew that this lady, Delilah, was a witch. And he let her into his energy. And guess what happened? This man was locked up in a cave, hair cut off, messed up, drained. Couldn't even lift his arm up. Because he let a witch in. But the Most High already gave him the instructions before he had went to that village. I forgot what it was called. But if y'all want to do y'all, research on that chapter with Samson. This is Samson. Correct me if I'm wrong. If it's not Samson, I believe it was Samson though. But he let a witch in, and she destroyed him in like one night. This is what these witches do. It don't take long for them to destroy you. They come in with a motive. They already premeditated. This is what they do to us. They see us in cities. They see us in towns. They see us around, and they think they're trying to figure out how to come in and then hurry up and do the job. It's not like it's a long process. It's immediately. It's right away. This is how serious this thing is. And they're getting very desperate, and they're very obsessed, watching you all day. Like, you ain't got nothing else better to do, man. What you sitting up here watching me like that for? They got monitoring spirits all up in your home. You got to cleanse your home. I'm talking about on a daily, you got to cleanse your home. Because they all up in your home watching you and trying to figure out how to get in. Then you outside, and then they jumping into other different vehicles, trying to get close to you. Vehicles, I'm talking about people. They're trying to see if they can get close to you. It's so bad right now, y'all. And the Most High wants you to engage in this, take heed to this message and follow the instructions. Okay? Follow it. Because you come with instructions. You're getting plotted in spiritually. But they're doing it by hacking into other people to do it. But this stuff is spiritually. But again, they're using people. They're hacking the people to use them to according to you. Yeah, definitely. Yep, they use devices too. Like I say, they use people as devices as well. Yeah. You've been like on the radar for these witches way before you even got here. This was some stuff in the spiritual realm. They was hunting after you. Like before, if they can't be you, they want to still be connected to you. Definitely vessel jumping and hacking. Definitely. That's why I'm talking to y'all, because it's like you can't sit up here and think like you could trust this person if you don't know them like that. Remember, they can, definitely suck you. The succubus and the incubus, this is how they really drain your energy. And they can do that spiritually too. They don't have to do it physically. They can do that thing spiritually on you. All this stuff we up against. And for us to be running around here just reckless, that's not the case. No, who is you? Who is you? Yes, I do. Yes, I do need to know you. And I'm talking about I got to do my examination in the spirit. I can't just take you down according to the physical. I need to see who you are spiritually, or who using you. And I ain't trying to be paranoid. I'm not trying to tell, Divine wants to be paranoid, but this is our instructions. This is what we have to do. According to us, we got to examine these folks. Because witches and warlocks will use them. They will jump and connect to them, their energy and their spirit, and they will come to you. Ma'am, sir. You'll be like, all of a sudden, you will see about 15 characters in a person. Like, who are you? All of a sudden, they'll start changing. They'll be this person one day. Then the next day, they'll be a whole nother person. You'll be like, hold up. These are spirits in you. Like, who are you? You switching up. All of a sudden, they arguing. They want to be your demon, for today. And then tomorrow, they want to be your angel. And then, all of a sudden, they turn back into a demon. You don't know who the freak is. Get these folks away from you. Get these people away from you. Yeah, you start seeing that stuff. You start seeing why they hack people right in front of you. You be like, I just seen that. I just seen this thing. This lady just changed. They just changed out of nowhere. Their whole faces start looking different. Their whole mannerisms towards you will start turning all evil out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. You'll be like, and then they'll try to change it up. Try to be like, oh, yeah, but how you doing? Like, no, I seen that. I seen that. That's weird. Yeah, all these spirits, they come in. They're using people, though. That's why we come with instructions. We got to really know who these people is. Yeah, following, these movies been telling us this. And we been sitting around here up in the world like keep playing with people, letting them talk to us and get close to us and touch us and all this crazy stuff. You can't allow people to do that. You can't allow people to bump knuckles with you, shake your hand and all this crazy. No. Swapping shoes and clothes and all this stuff. No. Drinking after you and stuff. No. Are you crazy? We come with instructions. We got to follow the rule book, the instructions, according to us. Remember, there's a lot of creatures out here. All these people are not like you. There's different people coming from different places. Remember, we them ones, though. But everybody, if they can get next to you, or if you can allow them to come in, that's jackpot. They eating. They eating for days. Because remember, we're abundant. Our stuff keep coming. Like if somebody was to take from you, all you gotta do is call it back, or you just gotta do one little cleanse and you'll get everything back again. Cause it's like it keeps running. It's like you like a faucet that just keep running with energy, keep running with all these, these things that keep you lit. And people be mad at you because they like, how you get that? They like, how you get the abundant energy and just the abundant, overflow of the frequency level and your whole vibrations, and, you just stay up. You can't go down. How? They sit there and watch you and try to drain you and sit there and watch you, and you still go up. They do all this to get you down, and you just go back up like keep doing it. Why do you keep doing that? How? How could you do that? And then they thinking like, well, we want some of that. Yeah. Yep. Them, what do you call them? Not the Transformers. The, what do they call? What's that word? When they be transforming? When they change. Dang, the other brother was just talking about that yesterday. When there we go. Shape shifting. There we go. Now we in the spirit. Yes, shape shifting. I just seen a video, like an hour video on that. I'm talking about people from the past. I'm talking about people who was bringing up folks that was here way before us. That was like, them type of creatures. Then they feed off of other energies, and they can like keep them going, so you can't see them for who they is. It's like they hide in your energy to where you thinking like, oh, this person like me. No, this person is not like you. This person hide in your energy, and that's why you feel your same energy, because that's actually your energy that they're hiding in. Yeah, they do a lot of mirroring. That's what really make me mad. Because at first, when I didn't know any information on this, I was going off of feeling. I was like, well, this person actually remind me of myself. And I kept saying that. I'm like, why does this person remind me of myself? Why I feel like I'm with myself? Yeah. Yeah, there go. It's sick, man. It's so much that we've been tricked and bamboozled of. And folks, we can't get this information by going somewhere. Like, folks is not going to give us, they're going to give us this watered down bull crap, but they're not going to actually tell us what we up against. That's why I like went isolated, not like actual isolated, but I separate myself for years to study. Because folks was not giving us the actual truth. It's like you ask them a question and you know that they got the information, right? But they water it down. Like, they make it where you can't, they not telling you, but they telling you like a little bits of it. Some stuff that you probably already know, but they're not giving you the actual facts about what are you going through? What are we divine ones actually, where are we going? Where are we surrounded around? Yep. Yeah, definitely. Wanted us to see us get overtaken by these parasites, because there's no information given. Yeah, definitely parasites are definitely narcissists. They have no emotion. They can't even dictate if they're even treating you wrong, or if they're going out of their, being what they're supposed to be, because they have no sense. These folks is parasites. Yeah, even the money dirty. Sometimes you only want to touch certain money. Sometimes I be wearing gloves. When I actually touch money, some money, I put gloves on. I don't touch that stuff like that. Because it's a spirit to that, that some of that money too. And that some of that money dang there could curse you too. That's, I'm like, I'm linear. I think about all this. Like when you awaken, you get all this type of enlightenment. You be like, hold up, you think that would be good to take? Even though, you don't know behind that. It's always a spirit behind something. And just, these witches, they know that too. That's why they be so big to give you stuff. If you're around, like in your neighborhood, and you always got a witch or somebody knocking on your door you can have this, you can have that. Well, this will help your children, or this will be, this will be good for you. It's like, man, don't be taking stuff from people. And then they want you to put it in your house. Once you get in the house, they can monitor you like that. All of a sudden you will have this fly that will never go away. Because you took something that was only there to monitor you. And to connect, so that they could be always and forever will be connected to you. Man, it's crazy. Sometimes some of you guys got to do spring cleaning right now. Get this stuff away that these witches and gave you or whatever. Throw that stuff away. Don't keep that. Yeah, these stores too. These stores. Yep, these stores, they be carrying on. And they be wanting you to go in their store. They been cursed everything in the store, these witches, and wanting you to buy it so you could take it home. So they could curse you. Yeah, you can move close. You can move away from them. But it's better for them to be up out of your energy. Even though they still going to be trying to get close to you, it's not the same. It's still not the same as you being there and they in your energy. You want these witches out of your energy. You don't want them around you. You don't want them near you. You don't want no part of them. They should not even be. They know spiritual laws too. They know it. They should not be around you. Remember the Bible, it said, the Most High, when the Most High found these witches and it was just off with them. It was just off with them. Because he already knew what they was about. He already knew it. There was no point of just talking to them. He knew what they was doing. No. These witches and warlocks would be all up in your family. Like we're not just gonna not talk about that. These folks will be around your family, in your family, around you, worrying about you for all your life. You're like, don't you got kids? Why are you worrying about me? Like, what is this? That's why the Most High really do want y'all to separate. It's okay. It's okay. You don't deserve that. Because they're going to keep doing that same old stuff. Nothing's going to change. I'm here to tell you. You looking for something to change? It's not going to change. Yeah, and that's another thing. These occults, you got to understand, when these people get initiated into these occults, they have to go through that programming. The MK programming. Okay? And you, at that point, you can't even see them as the title that y'all is. That's done. The title that how you see them as, that's done away with. That's done away with. Yeah, you can actually go online and there's the whole documentary on the MK Ultra. It start with the voice to skull. They start at a young age and they start getting you accustomed to the voice to skull, to where you start listening and you start observing and doing what they say according to what you're hearing in your head. When they speaking to you, they're trying to program you, get you accustomed to this. Like, oh, you no longer, you no more. We're over you. I did a video on that back in the day. Okay? Because they tried to do that to me. You know, they tried to do that voice to skull and all that stuff. That stuff didn't work on me. I'm way powerful than that. Do you not know my word against my voice and the words that I put in my head is way powerful than yours, idiot? Don't ever try to come at me like that. Man, I went back to back around and round with these demons, tried to put me in some type of hypnosis program. They tried to get me to be like one of those victims. Are you crazy? I said, oh, that's what y'all trying to do? I bet you I end up programming you before you end up programming me. I start speaking every day. They start trying to speak. I start speaking every day. Man, they probably was like, do she ever shut up? No. Do you ever shut up? When you shut up, maybe I shut up. Because I bet you I'm going to overpower you before you overpower me. Let's do it. After that, they must have turned that thing off and they must have left. They probably like, man, she is so annoyed. She is so annoyed. But everybody ain't like got our, we made differently. Divine ones, we made very differently than others. Somebody would have definitely got programmed. Everybody not like us. Like I gotta keep saying that everybody not like me. So folks probably would have been subjected, like your siblings and your mother, your father, your cousin, your aunt, your grandmother, your grandpa. They probably would have got it's probably would have been easy for them to program them because everybody's not like they don't have a mind like us. They don't know when stuff like that happens. They feel as though they'll probably even feel they'll probably go hiding because they don't want nobody to they don't want nobody to feel like they crazy if they was to tell somebody. You don't want to feel crazy. Think about it. If you like, I hear something in my head, people gonna be like, oh no, you crazy. Even though they trying to put you, they trying to MK Ultra you. But who feel comfortable saying that if they ain't us? Like we don't give a dang. You can say anything. You could put a brand, a title to me. I don't give a dang. Smear campaign. Don't give a dang. I don't care. But folks actually care. Like a lot of people would be like, no, I can't risk it. And they'll let that thing overpower. They'll let that programming overpower them. Because if you quiet and you let that thing just allow them to do that, you will get overpowered. You become one of the victims. It's not a game. That's some stuff that you can't just act like it don't exist. That thing go 24/7. Them people be up and doing that thing to you 24/7 to make sure you become one of them MK Ultra programming victims. Yeah, they'll keep that thing going. There ain't no stopping. That's why you really gotta boss up. You gotta be like, you gotta really be like one of them. I don't give a dang what people feel about me. We battling and I'm exposing it. We battling and I'm exposing. But that's us. The Most High, He made us different. Everybody ain't like us. A lot of people right now is going through that. And they're not even telling people. They just sitting there. You'll see them walk across the street. You don't even know that these folks they're going through that. They ain't saying nothing to nobody. They're not telling people that they going through that because it's like a psych thing. It's like, ooh, but would anybody even believe me? Like, would they say, like, they would think I'm crazy? Like, how? So they make it. They doing that. They putting that. It's like a psychological cage that they put you in. They already working on your head because they thinking like you better not speak up because you know what's gonna happen. So they already silencing you and then they tormenting you at the same time. You better not speak on that. Look how crazy you will sound. Who gonna you believe you? Oh, thank you. But I did videos about this. Like when I first started back in 2018, this were the videos that I was doing. They were trying to block it and they were trying to they was not trying to, let it get out there because that's when it was really going on. Back in 2018, 2017, they was doing that to everybody. Everybody. I'm talking about, I knew I was in my apartment and I knew they was doing that to this lady that was next door to me. And she was like going crazy. And before I knew it, she had moved out. Like she was going crazy. Like they really was just doing her dirty in her, with mine. in the mind, using that technology, them technology devices that just was making her, man. And it was so sick. It's so sad. Because when you have knowledge of it, because you know, like, they were trying to do that to you. They were trying to do that to you. I'm talking about, and you know the feeling of it. You know, you went through it. You know the feeling of it. I'm telling you, you know the whole, but that's why you want people to say something, you know, that they going through that, because you went through the whole process of how it felt, what they was trying to do when they was doing it, what they was using against you. And think about it, these little kids, if they doing that to the little kids, you already know it's easy. They're gonna get programmed to that. If they're targeting kids, you understanding that, you know, that's, you know, and that takes me back to why these crimes be going on too. You know, how you be like, how this little kid go in there and do that? Or how did person go in here and do that? That's MK. That's that voice to skull, you know, technology that they was using on these people. You know, they can only take so much of that stuff. You know, these folks need to be arrested who out here doing that to people. Because you can only take so much of it. If they tell you, if they are saying that same old stuff to you all day, bro, you're getting programmed to that. And it's messed up, because it was a male, or was it a woman? I forgot. This was a long, you know, I was doing videos about this a long time ago, but I just kind of remember a couple of the testimonies that, you know, folks were, you're telling me. And it was a lady where they tried to make her out to be like liking another gender, you know, like part of the LGBT, you know, LGBT community. Like, that's when they tried to, you know, they was doing that to get people to go on to liking other genders or whatever, like the other gender that's not them. And they kept going on and on in her head about, you know, other women, like, you know, bringing up other women, trying to get her to watch other women, you know, try to get her to, you know, be like, see, you do like women, like all these things that try to like mess up her head so she could be a candidate for the LGBT, you know, community. But they all day, every day, that's what they was doing to her, you know, trying to really get her mind control to her being, you know, a candidate for that. And she said she had to really fight. I'm talking about like really war. You know, using, you know, the most high, using the word, most high's word, you know, and, you know, they really, it's so illegal, y'all. It's just so messed up. It is so, for them to try to get you in these characters, how they want you to be, you know, this is what they do. You know, this was mind control. This is what they try to do. They try to get you up out of your identity by using this illegal technology to program you to whatever that they like you to be. It's messed up. Y'all wondering why y'all had suffered with some type of other identities and y'all had to fight to actually become, you know, to get back home to you? It's because these things were happening. You know? It's messed up. It's definitely messed up. It's illegal that they actually had us out here doing this to people. But they would like the Most High's children to get out of their identities. So this is what they try to do. You know, to a lot of divine ones, you know, very targeted with these technology devices. You know, so it's crazy, y'all. I have to say, this some stuff that, you know, I was speaking of way back, you know, back in 2018 when this stuff was actually in a high domain. Like right now, people is already programmed. You already see that. You know, this ain't too, you see the aftermath of this, of victims out here. But I'm talking about when they first start doing that, you will start seeing it back in 2018. You know, when they was doing it. Now this is the aftermath. This is people that's being controlled. You see this controlled. These ain't people. Like, these ain't just themselves. These are controlled victims. You will see them just change out of nowhere. They'll be themselves, and all of a sudden you see a whole different person change right in front of you. All of a sudden they like want to argue with you out of nowhere. They want to fight with you, and they, you know, it's like, have y'all seen that Jim Carrey movie with Me, Myself, and Irene? How he was just one person, and all of a sudden he just and it changed into a whole different person. This how they got these people out here. They all on the road. They all in your neighborhood. These are controlled victims from that MK. That mind control technology devices that they was using for, they prepped this thing for years so that when it gets to this point, they have fully control. They have fully control of these people. These people that actually got, overtaken by them devices. It's just only a short, like a few of us who overcame that. And this is why we have to be linear about what's going on. Like, we got to be vigilant. Like, what is, because they could be literally taking over a whole vessel that they sent in front of you, and you will think this person is normal. And you don't even understand that this person is literally using this whole vessel towards you. And you just thinking like everything normal, kicking and, going about your way, probably being in a relationship with this thing. Being like in a friendship, whatever, associate, and you not understanding this person ain't even here. This person is gone. This person is fully taken over. This ain't even an actual hello, are you here? They ain't here. So actually, who you talking to? Who you actually talking to? I'm talking about your people too. I'm not just talking about randoms out here. I'm talking about your actual people. That you be thinking like, oh, they like, oh, this is an actual person here. This is these people been gone. And it's sad. It's sad to talk about this, because when you actually are in this, connection with these people, you don't think like that. You don't think like you talking to somebody else. Yeah. This is what I be telling y'all. A lot of us, we like, when they say the last man standing, it's only a few. It's only a few. It's not, everybody is going to be taken, a lot of people are going to be taken over. Folks you come in contact with on a daily, these folks is taken over. That's why I don't stay in certain areas. I be like, when I know these folks is like gone and like controlled, I don't be around these people like that. Why? Talk you amongst and around somebody behind a computer, controlling this person. What do I look like? Acting as if that's really, fam. Or that's really so-and-so. And we know it's not. This is what I was talking about, wisdom and knowledge. It's best that you divine ones, you have to have that. Because you can get bamboozled just by the physical appearance or entitlement. Yes. It was like one of their biggest accomplishments of trying to control everybody on earth. And they knew this certain section of people, they tried it. You thinking like the experiments that they tried doing us, they did that to everybody. And everybody went under. But we were like, it was something about us to where they couldn't do it. Like, when they tried to do it, as they trying to, get like some type of a reaction of somewhat to us, as if we didn't know what they were doing, we talked back to that thing, to that beast. They were like, huh? They can hear us? They know what we're doing? It shocked them that we could hear them and we speaking back to the beast. They like, no, they weren't supposed to even have been a knowledge about what's going on. Who is these? They were so confused about us. So they tried to up it and tried to make frequency weapons that will attack us. Didn't know that our frequency, we live on frequency. So we can control whatever frequency they trying to throw at us. Remember the little energy frequency weapons? They be trying to come and try to attack us with, not knowing that once we master what they was doing, we start controlling that. Because that mind control wasn't working. Our mouth is too powerful. Whatever we say, our mouth is way too powerful than what they were trying to put, according to that technology. That wasn't going to work on us. Once they start trying to speak and try to do that voice to skull, do you not know I can speak too, idiot? And my words is way powerful than yours. You're a parasite. I'm connected to a whole source that controls the universe. Are you dumb? They weren't expecting these specific beings. And they knew you were different, but they didn't know it was going to be like this. So then they try to study you and try to mimic you so that you could go against yourself. They're like, okay, we're going to use them against themselves, not knowing we still got control over ourselves, idiot. You remember, you still didn't, the mind control still didn't overcome us. So we still got control over ourselves at the end of the day. So it's like, it was nothing that they, I know they hate us, man. I was like having a ball with this because I'm trying to figure out, like, do you not know who y'all messing with? They looking at it trying to compare us to the actual, other folks. Remember, we walk around here humble, but by the end of this, you gonna get a clue of who we is. We literally are the original ones. Same spirit, maybe different body. But we got that same resonating spirit from way back in a time. I'm telling you, we had that same resonating spirit in us. And they tried to come for us. I'm talking about, man, they tried to put me all type of programs. I was like, I started laughing at these folks. I said, you know what? Let me see if I can. That's when I started realizing that we have the power to what do you call that? Like, to deliver demons from people. Because whoever they sent to me that was talking to that voice to skull, I believe I had delivered a bunch of them. I delivered them from whatever that was attached to them. I started delivering them. Like, literally, like basically delivering them from the demon, whatever spirit that was attached to them. And they couldn't stand me. They couldn't stand that I start doing that. Cause I was like, oh, this is another entity that got all these, spirits in them. And I started practicing on how to deliver demons for people. Man, it was crazy, y'all. But because they kept trying, I'm like trying to figure out why they keep trying. At that time, I didn't know much about it, but I was trying to figure out why was they trying to like really try to take over me like the way they was. And I seen other brothers and sisters that was going through that. They're like, man, they trying to use this technology, and somebody's speaking to me, right? And us, we don't care. We don't care about looking like, what somebody gonna say. Like, whatever that's going on, we gonna speak about it. It don't matter. This is what they hate about us. They think like we gonna be embarrassed, or we gonna feel so. We're not the embarrassing type. We don't give a dang. We ain't we know who we are. What we look like being embarrassed. Don't give a dang. We're not trying to be be light. We coming with truth. It's all truth in here. The freak. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We gonna out all this. We don't care. So yeah, we don't are like being validated and trying to really take into what a person may feel and all this stuff. That ain't got nothing to do with us. We don't move like that. We do not move. If you don't like truth, you might want to get away from me, because that's all I'm going to be speaking. If you end up getting exposed for something that you didn't want out because you living in the dark, you might want to get away from me. That's all I'm saying. That's it. I don't know what to tell you, because I'm not doing no favors for nobody. Like, if you living in the dark, and you're around somebody who got the light in them, you might want to move around them. Because that'd be ignorant for you to, you living in the dark and you around somebody that's, they about truth. So what are you doing? You think you can manipulate them to try to, you win favor over them? No, that's not how this thing works. Truth is truth. You gonna be mad. You know, you might as well get added on to the mad folks. I don't give a dang. You know, this is not what it is. You know, these folks got it kind of twisted. I see what the truth speakers from way back in the day, I can sense how, how they rolled and how they felt according to people who live in some type of dark. They want you to vouch for them. You don't have to be, no, truth to truth, bro. Truth to truth. You might want to just stay clear away from me then. If it's really like you really care about what people feel all like that, you might just want to stay away from me. Because truth is truth. Now, I respect people boundaries of whatever they don't want to be, they business or whatever. But just by you staying next to a person that's speaking of truth, you're going to feel some type of way if you're in secret, if you're in the dark. Something's going to trigger you. So you might just want to stay away from folks that are like truth speakers. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like that's why people get taken over on with all these, these demonic spirits, because, they so in the dark. These demons, they got something over you. When you were living in the dark, they can always, ring that apple in your eye, like, well, you're doing this, you're doing that, and you don't want nobody to know. They always have something over you if you living in the dark. Now, if you just in the light, you already out, you out in yourself. You talking about what could you demons talk about? I'm talking about truth in me. I'm talking about what I do. I'm talking about what the truth is. So they demon, they can't play with you because they like you gonna tell it all, whether it's about you or whatever. But these people that live in the dark, they scared because they don't want nobody to know. So these demons always got them in these cages because they like, okay, I'ma tell what you did. I'ma tell what you do behind the scenes. So they always be scared. They always be, they can handle them. They can't handle no true speaker because we don't give a dang. Well, I'll tell it all before you do. I'll tell everything before you do. You ain't got none on me. We can go back to back. I don't care. That's the difference between me and you. You care. You hiding. We ain't hiding. We out in the open with ours. This is why they don't like us. Because they're like, how can I handle somebody like that who don't care? Who don't have no extension of something that they're hiding. Something that we can like dangle and we can just like put fear in them. They don't give a dang. They don't care about none of that. Say, I bet you I beat you to it. I bet you I beat you to it. And we won't even be in a race. I just know I'm as we living in the light and we truth, we gonna speak. And we don't care what people got to say. We don't looking for no hand claps like, yeah, we don't care. We up there like, it'd be like a whole boo. We still up there. And another thing. And another thing. And another thing. They be like, dang, I'm just... We don't care. That's why they don't like it. They're like, who is these people? They don't care about the... No, we sure don't. You don't. Truth to truth. I mean, there's nothing added on to it. Why are you hiding? Come from behind there. That's probably why they messing with you, because you always hiding. They could always put you in place. Don't make me play to this recording here. We got you. We got that recording of you. You better get back in line. We start posting these pictures. Posting these pictures about what you did. You better get back together, boy. They sit up there like, yes, sir. Care way too much. Who gives a dang? Okay? Man, it's crazy how these folks be so in fear and care about what people got to say. Put way too much. These folks can really get, these demons can really get a hold of you and do some things to you. They got all this stuff that you care about that you don't want nobody to know. You're going to be enslaved. You're going to be in a cage for, you working on all your life. You might want to just come out of the closet. I'm talking about with everything. Throw it out. So you can be free. Don't you want to be free? But he would know, but she would know. These folks don't even care about you. They don't care. Are you caring about somebody who you ain't gonna never probably even see? These people, ooh, they get way too much power to people. I don't know how they do that. Yeah, they get way too much power to these people. Man, that's why this op can just run so much game on people. You know? It's like with us, it's like, do they ever have an embarrassing moment? No. Because you're dealing with somebody who don't give a dang. Why would I put my embarrassment on you? Like, oh, this person, I can't believe that this person, I don't know you. And even if I did, I don't care. Okay. What's next? Like, what we gonna do what we gonna do after this? Like, after this, what's next? Nothing. Okay then, so be quiet. These people, Lord have mercy. What would this world be if we wasn't here? Like, do anybody know? Like, if we didn't like crack this whole thing, what would this world be? I don't see it being like, I think it would just be like people just walking around with a whole bunch of like in cages and just being walked like a dog. I feel like everybody would be controlled. Like I'm telling, like on a height. I mean, I think the only people that's not controlled is us. You ask me? I think only people that's really not controlled is the Most High people. That's it. And I'm talking about maybe cut a pie, cut a little slice of the Most High people too, because a lot of them need to awaken up. I had the hiccups, but a lot of divine ones, they gotta waken up too. So it's a few of the Most High people too. You know, you gotta kind of slice that, you know, slice the pie, a little bit of that too, because a lot of divine ones didn't wake up either. They're getting controlled at this very moment too. You know, because they didn't wake up. They got a lot of wakings to go, because they falling for that bull crap as well. You know, and then this devil really, if it's not the MK Ultra thing, it's now holding a grudge on their head. Like, what do they call that? When somebody blackmailing. It's a lot of blackmailing that they got caught up in as well. You know, like, oh, I'll tell. Is one of them prisonments, or is the MK? I'm talking about some of the divine ones here. Because some of the divine ones, when you hear what they going through, you be like, man, how? Knowing who you is? Like, no, there's no way. There's no way. This demon did not outsmart you like that. You are way smart. You got to just awaken. You just got to waken up. Because you're way smarter. You're way powerful. I mean, you're like a future. You're like someone that ain't even supposed to be here. You know, it's like not in this timeline. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got the ups on everybody, because you're not supposed to even be made right now. You know how you make something and they tell you, no, this is for the future. Yeah, that's who you are. You're just like for the future. Like, how did you even get here? And you're for the future. You know, that's why. And now when I see divine ones and they in situations, or they, you know, what you are going to be in situations, but it shouldn't take you no longer than to get up, than to make moves. Because you're too smart. You're too smart. You're too smart for this timeline. Like I say, you're for the future. You're for the future. You're way above this. Whatever they got going on right here, it ain't nothing to you. So that's why I say a lot of divine ones, if they are letting it overtake them, it's because they have to wake up. They got to wake up to who they is. Yes. Ask me how I know. Because I was like, dang, I must be way, we must be way advanced, because it don't take long. It's like a whole rhythm. Like, it don't take long for us to see what they doing and for us to, you know, get with them. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. I gotta walk my dog. I always be thinking thinking of her. Like every time I be on here and I be seeing, you know, the clock go, I be thinking of her, like, how she feeling? That she gotta go on her walk. Like, hello. I'm just be sitting up here just shopping. But we will get back on here, you guys, on Friday. Hello. And then some of them, y'all kids got winter break, so y'all can, like, you know, do y'all thing. Oh, you just walked your, oh, that's nice. Yeah, I have a dog. Her name is Spirit. You know, she's like a poodle or whatever. And she's so smart, man. I should have known them poodles be like close to like humans. Like, she's super smart. Like, I can't even play with her. She don't know. She's like, girl, I already know what you're trying to do, and I'm coming. I'll be like, I'm gonna be right back real quick. She be like, you're not understanding that I'm coming. I know you ain't gonna be right back. Like, them type of dogs, you can't even slick. They too smart. You said I own a dog too, but having dogs in cities is... Yeah, they be trying to get in. They be trying to take over your dog. They do. Yeah. They be trying to take over your dog. But with your energy there, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's protection. It's like how you protect it. You protecting your dog too, though. You know, it's like your dog, I know when they only like your energy. Like, when other people try to come, she be like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she not messing with their energy. Like, she like, nah, I like this type of energy. Like, cause she been around me for so long. So when another person come, it kind of like, and like, she like, like, you know, move her nose. Like, nah, I'm not with that energy. And then I take her spiritual baths too. You know, like, she has a spiritual bath that I got to take her, like, I actually have to do for her tonight. Because there was a lot of people. I took her to the park and a lot of people was touching her and picking her up and all this stuff. And y'all already know me. I'm like, spiritual bath, you know, you first, and then I'll take mine. But like, don't let people be over there trying to touch your dog and all this, because sometimes they be trying to harvest a dog. Like, some people like, ugh. You be like, hold up, get off my dog. Don't do that. Don't do all that. Like, that's like think about that with your baby. Like, somebody coming up and they trying to hug your baby all like this. Like, oh no, are you crazy? Like, you went local. Like, you lost your mind. I need you to find it. You don't grab nobody dog, no baby, and just like breathe in and breathe out. But are you crazy? Like, people are these witches. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna have to get off. But you know, I can go on and on about these witches. They are bold. They are so bold. You know, it is some of these witches don't even. I'm gonna get off, right? But you'll notice some of these witches where you have your house shoes by your door, and they'll accidentally be like, "Oh my God, Brad, I actually put on your shoes." Did you accidentally do that, or did you do that? So now I gotta probably throw away my house shoes because you put I don't know what type of exchange you did. So when I put my feet in my house shoes, I don't know what's about to come my way. You know, you gotta be, man, you gotta be on these witches. That's why I say don't even have them around you. Don't even have them around you. Cause they so quick with it and make it look like it's innocent, but that's some stuff that will really mess you up. You'll think the little stuff that they do that you'll be like, oh, that ain't nothing. They've been a plot that for like about a month. They've been a plot that a month ago. So you already know how potent it is. They applied it a month ago. You know how potent that thing is. So when it does exchange, you already know what you lose.